Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly beady broad. Today, today it's time for a live design session from the newest Beading School Academy team box, the Winter Theme, curated by Heather Kingsley. I hope that you can hear me, hope that you can see me. I hope that the video started on the Building School Facebook page, in the Building School Facebook club, and also on YouTube. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I would like to know if the technical things are all right. I see Mountain checking in, and Lita and Kata is here, and Asta and Anna and Linda. Jessica says that all is working on YouTube. I'm really happy to hear that. Yosin is here, Sarah, Cindy. Mountain says that the Winter Tale is my favorite team. Cannot wait to see what you come up with today. I'm also super curious about it, Mountain. And the sound could be better. I will try to move my microphone. I hope it helps slightly. And Lily says that I'm breaking up on her end a bit. Unfortunately, that's not something that I can improve. I switched to my cable, and that is the best that I can do. Katerina is here, and thank you, and Anna, and Shelly, and Sherry, and Samia is here too. And I see that the video has started in the club too. I see Antoinette, Magda, Sharon, Bonnie, Nancy, Corinne, Cindy, Elena, Linda, wonderful ladies. If you are watching from the Beading School Facebook club, then please note that due to the technical problems that are still ongoing, I'm just using a workaround to make it somehow happen. So due to the technical problems, I need to watch your comments on two screens at the same time. So now besides bead mat, what I'm saying, what I'm showing, I also need to look at two different places for your comments. So I would like to apologize in advance if I missed a comment, but it became more complicated than it was before. And if you asked something, then please, and I did not answer, then please ask it again, and I will do my best to catch everything. Mountain says that she actually likes watching from YouTube because it seems to be smoother. Indeed, and Kata, I hope that the sound improved for you. So this is our by now traditional live design session when I prepare my leftovers from the newest Beading School Academy box, and then you can help me to select what I'm going to play with. And I started brainstorming, and I love it how everyone is like putting together ideas and uh, and giving advices and thinking together. And usually these designs they really become something special. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen today. But before I would go there and before I would show you my leftovers, this time there are more leftovers than usually for the time of the advent calendar. I asked for more help from my friends, designers, Heather, Alexandra, Veronka, Zuzi were all more intensely helping me during this past time. And I have a bit more leftovers. We created a big mess from this box. Still some designs, tiny workshops are coming from me. But thanks to that, I could also channel my creative energy into something different. And our advent calendar readers, most of you, I believe, you have already seen it. And on one hand, I would like to thank my beloved colleagues, designers, who gave me this opportunity by helping out more intensely to like focus on a big jewel after last month, last year, basically, when I was more focusing on smaller pieces. I love doing those. It gives me great satisfaction, but also I felt the need to do something bigger. So thanks to my friends designers, I could do that. And today we published the results. We published the Eternal Starshine special curated box for the winter time. And I just want to thank you ladies all because you made me emotional with your words, with your response, and I'm a bit like slowed down. I just again before starting looked over to the advent book and read again your comments and that you like that you like that you like the box and the jewels, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much, ladies. And I see many of you commenting that there is some problem with the sound. Unfortunately, I don't know what is that, and I don't have the possibility to improve it at the moment, so please bear with me. What I can do is I can shut down my second screen and maybe that will make it better, which I doubt, but then I will see your comments at all. And yeah, I also would like to quickly use this opportunity to show you how the necklace and the and the earrings look like on camera. This is by the way the box. It just yours will be prettier. Mine is like a contemporary box. So these are my leftovers. As you can see, very few components are left afterwards. And then thanks to Nitty, we also have a tutorial for this pair of uh, 12 millimeter revolvers. But I'd also like to this is the pair of earrings that you can make from it. Super sparkly with the stars in the middle. It was a bit of a challenge first to like, okay, how will I work with a star? But actually, that part came together pretty smooth. And then this is what I was talking about, the statements necklace. So it consists of like different parts. This you can make also into a statement earring, into you if you are more into that. The tutorial also comes with explanation how you can make this part into earrings, but this was my original idea with the big filigree in the middle and then the two motifs on its sides. And then it closes with a clasp carton. Oh, sorry. No one. No one clasp. That can be done, but that can be typed play. And thank you so much, ladies, for your kind comments. And one thing says, I would definitely make the giant earrings, like the sides of the necklace. Necklace, the best earrings design ever. So you can decide what would you like to make. It's completely up to you. And thank you, ladies. And Evie is asking, Is this an Advent thing? Is this live for Advent members?" And yes, indeed, for 48 hours, only our Advent members can access it. And they can access it even for a better price than it will be afterwards. And Linda is asking, do you have settings for the stars? The stars will come a little bit later, and they will be set in settings already. And thank you so much, everyone who decided to go for this. In the first 2 hours, about half of the 200 boxes were gone, and it's incredible, and thank you so much. But now, if you don't have more questions about the box, Cindy is asking if there are enough beads in there to make the necklace and the earrings. Dear Cindy, there are enough beads for the necklace and the earrings, not the necklace plus statement earrings. So you have enough for two of these big motifs, and they can go either on the sides of the filigree, or you can make separate earrings from them. And Kristen is asking about the size of the stars and clothes. They are 8 millimeter, and there will be more colors a bit later. Belinda is asking, does the box contain everything needed for the tutorials? Yes, it does, Belinda. Only if you want to make knit these earrings and my earrings too, then you will need to add one more pair of earring findings, but otherwise everything is inside. So it's a very generous box again, and super good value. Now, I would say let's start with designing. So I will remove my face and I will post the link. And as usually, the first reader who clicks the link can join me on screen and can help me selecting how do we start the leaf design. So the link is coming. I post it in the club and on the other places too. And I'm curious that who will join me today. These are my leftovers. And please note that I had two boxes, one for designing and then another one for showing you a complete collection. So it's a lot that I still have. I will try to zoom out a bit. Just a moment. Okay, that made it worse. So, okay, not much can be done, but I hope you will see what's inside. So much, so much. I hope you feel intrigued. And I don't have anyone yet who would like to help me select. Angelina, you're coming on my screen. Hi, Angelina.
Hello. Hi.
I can't hear you.
Oh, yes, hold on. I need to mute you on YouTube because otherwise I can
I
hear you
can't
here
hear
and there.
you.
Oh, you cannot hear
So,
me. Oh. Mm,
uh,
no. Your
I
mic is
tried
mute.
to mute you and unmute you. It did not help, unfortunately. But what we can do, and dear Angelina, first of all, thank you so much for joining. You are very brave to do that. Cheers.
Yeah.
And if you can, oh wow, you also have a big mug. Nice, nice.
But
So you can type in.
Oh,
Type
okay.
in what you would like to. Oh my God, others hear Angelina. Of course, you hear Angelina because I muted my. Oh my God, others hear Angelina.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Oh,
had my computer muted. So sorry, because I was watching on Facebook too, and then my sound came back with a delay. So to avoid that, I will come back to our club members later. I am not seeing the club comments now, but at least I can hear you. So that's wonderful.
this is so fun.
Yeah. So, is there something that caught your eye? Is there something that you find intriguing?
Yes, definitely, definitely. I would love to see some design with some of those new Monties, the 6 millimeter ones.
Yeah, those are great. Those are great. They give more stability because they are higher, more
Mm.
substantial. So it feels different than playing with the Sue ones, which are of the same size. I have here the fuchsia ones, and
Maybe you can mix them up, like do
okay,
half and half or something of the green and fuchsia.
okay, good
What do you
idea. I'm trying to. Yes, I do have the green ones too.
Cool.
Okay.
This is so exciting to be talking to you.
You too, Angelina. I always love it when this happens during the live designs.
Yeah.
And I don't know yet where will I go with this because it was mostly Heather and Zuzi and Veronka playing this time with the Chaton Montes. So I'm also not 100% comfortable yet with them. It's
That's
a
okay.
process. It's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
process.
Yeah.
So if I can make it work, can I have a second option from you? Also, like I will for sure go for this, but if I can include something more according to your wish, what would you like me to use?
Something else.
Something else.
Well, one of the ovals in claw settings, maybe.
The close settings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the
Okay.
oval, the blue zircon oval in a claw setting or something.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Of course. I love those. The color. I saw so many comments from fellow bidders, and also Heather told me several times that this color, that it really resonates with her. So I also love playing with it, of course.
It's my favorite. I ended up getting the third box. I know. I'll have three boxes. No.
Really?
I just thought it's Christmas, whatever. It's Christmas.
Time to slow down and play a bit and tend to our souls with some beats.
Yeah.
Angelina, dear, thank you so
Yeah.
much. I found the claw settings. I will for sure use the claw settings, otherwise, it would take me ages to somehow incorporate the big cabochons.
Yeah.
So,
No,
thank
no,
you
I
so much.
specifically was hoping you'd use in the claw setting because I'm used to bezeling mostly,
Yeah,
and I'm not used to using the claw settings.
I
So
see.
it's really nice.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, then thank you so much. I will remove you from the screen
Awesome.
and let's see where does this go. Thank you for joining me today. Have
Sure.
an
Thank
awesome
you.
day, Angelina.
You too. Happy
Thank
holidays.
thank you. You too. So, Lovelace, since it came apparent that all the issues are because I am watching from two places, then please note that I switched to watching only from where I see the Facebook page comments and where I see the YouTube comments. So I would like to ask everyone who is watching from the Facebook club to please, please, please go to YouTube or go to the Facebook page because it does not work well with this stupid workaround that I have to use. So please, please do that. And I will remove my face now. You don't need to see me when I'm all like my designing, brainstorming, sometimes getting overwhelmed, and sometimes feeling that, oh my god, this is not working. So you will not get that face today. But you will be able to see my hands, my bead mat, what I'm doing. I would love to read your comments and everything, but please do that on on the Facebook page and on YouTube. Otherwise, I will not see them. So face will be removed. I will switch to my second camera, and please let me know if you can still hear me and see me. So I hope it's all right now. I don't have my little spoon here. I left it in the kitchen. I'm beading in all kinds of different places these days in the flat to, well, I'm basically home officing. My beading room is at home. So I like to change it up sometimes. So my change is to bead in the kitchen or in the living room. And Nitty, also thanks for popping by. So I have the cabochon now in the setting. What I grabbed quickly is my wooden needle holder, and I just pushed gently the claw settings, the claws and the prongs in the setting. And I have here all these chaton montes that Angelina selected. Sometimes it's so funny, ladies, when you have different names on social media and different names in real life or in the bead shop, and sometimes I'm not 100% sure that who is who. So Montaigne is Angelina. I will try to remember that. So let's brainstorm together for the beginning. Hi also Rachel, and thanks Linda for letting me know that you can still hear me. So we will have the oval in the middle, and let's brainstorm together a little bit how I can arrange the rhinestones. I'm thinking about including one for the start and maybe the green one, because that's an interesting combination. And let's try to pair it up with some bigger beads. So I absolutely loved from this box the 4mm Preciosa Bicon beads in the light topaz 2xAB. And also I absolutely loved the pearlescent pink 4mm Preciosa pearls. So I think I will try to add some of these bicons here. So I grab my oval and I bead through the first pair of holes. Then I pick up the bicon bead, one of the bicons. I will add a size 15 in between. I will cross the chaton monte. I will do like a short cross, not a long cross through to the opposite hole, but a short cross to the nearest hole. And then I pick up again around 15 and the bicon. And with these 5 beads on my needle, I cross back to the original side, to the other side, through the whole cabochon. And this will be intriguing, ladies. I add the same combination on the other side. So it's a bicon, it's around 15. It's a chaton monte. through the short cross, round 15, and bicone, and I cross through the first hole of the cabochon again. And I started to smile a bit inside my head, because I think if someone joins the broadcast now, then she might have the impression that I'm teaching, while in the meanwhile, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Like, let's say I still need to experiment and we are just brainstorming together. But I have like an idea that we could actually also create a bracelet. The funny thing is that I don't have enough of the cabochons. I have only one more. However, I have a bunch of claw settings. So if you don't mind, then I will also include some empty claw settings, and then I will fill them with the cabochons later. I really hope that you left me some in the bead shop. I will grab them after coffee time with Erika. So, but at least I have one more of the oval cabochons, so I will fasten it to the claw settings. And this is improvising, hardcore improvising. I don't have the precious little spoon from Ula that I usually use, so I'm closing the claw setting with the back of my wooden needle holder. And I hope you like, ladies, that where this is going. We have never created a bracelet before during a live design session, because usually, well, that's more work intense and it just doesn't fit into this format. But we have big things on our bead mats today, and this could work up pretty fast. So let's see, where does it go? I will first repeat the whole thread path. I like doing it when I'm starting out to create a strong base. And I will also want to tie a knot. And lovelies, are you maybe beading together with me? That's also so nice when we start out together, and then in the meanwhile we all have different kind of ideas. We share it with each other. Someone takes another turn, someone adds something else, someone tries another solution, and then we have a bunch of possibilities where the same beginning can go. So now my working end and the tail thread meet. So this is where I'm tying 2 knots. In the meanwhile, I put my motif on the bead mat. So I know how much can I pull. I don't want to pull too much. And Angelina suggested that we can also use 2 different colors of the rhinestones of the Chaton Montes. So what popped into my mind was that we can maybe create, like Linda suggested, also a flower in the meanwhile. So this could be like a 4-petal flower. And if it all works out, then a tiny rhinestone can go in the middle. Wow. Okay, let's see. This can go horribly wrong, or it can become something beautiful with lots and lots of sparkle. And yeah, let's risk it. Let's go wild. And Ginny, welcome. Good to see you. And Angelina says that she likes where this is going so far, and Sherry too. I hope you will also like it half an hour later. So I'm beading now until I reach that first crossing through the Chaton Monte. I repeat that through the same hole, And then, or actually, nope, I will go back, and instead of a short crossing, this time I do a long crossing, not to the hole that is the nearest, but diagonally to the opposite side. And this makes it possible for me to right away pick up a fuchsia one through the short crossing, another aranite one through the short crossing, and one more fuchsia. And then I bead through this one more time where I'm starting out from, and I have the 4 beads, 4 chaton montes next to each other. Oops, Linda says, I was going to bead with you, Erika. However, I am still getting my cabochon into the claw. Dear Linda, please be patient with yourself. And I know that the first times might be challenging, but as you practice it over and over again, then every time your hand will become surer and surer. I'm not sure if that's like a proper way of to say that, in surer, more sure, whatever in English, but I hope you know what I mean. You will feel it more and more by time as you repeat it. In the meanwhile, I'm repeating the thread path until I'm crossing the inside hole of the first rhinestone again. And I will cross to the outside hole because I want to add something in between the outside holes of the rhinestones. And I think we have plenty of colors here already. So maybe a bicone bead, or maybe actually this pearl is not intrusive because it's in the same shade as the bicone. So I will try it with the pearl. I pick up around 15. And Joyce says it's pretty. Joyce, I'm so happy that you like it. So I pick up around 15, a pearl, and another round 15. And then I cross the outside hole of the next rhinestone. Okay, that seems to work. The 2 beads and the pearl cover the distance, it seems. And I do it 2 more times. Claire says it's going to be so sparkly. I think so too. Oh my god, I'm not sure that I have ever used so many crystals. And nearly only crystals and nearly only preciosa. Linda also says this is going to be a shiny jewel. Angelina says I'm a genius. I have a feeling, thank you so much for your kindness, but this can still go horribly wrong. And I hope I will not disappoint you, ladies. Like this flower-like thingy from the 4 rhinestones started to open up, so that's not great at all. But let's think what I can do. I can still pull it together somehow. But first, I will beat through the first sequence of round 15 pearl. Round 15. Then I cross the rhinestone. I beat through the second sequence. And Lovely's warning, there is a risk that this will not work out. I will do my best, but also maybe one of you will figure out how to do this. Sometimes I'm helpful during a live design by also finding solutions that don't work, that also save you time. So I'm actually repeating the whole thread path through the pearls and everything. Angelina also thinks that the little Sue one in the middle might save this from bulking out. I really hope so. I'm not in the mood to cut this apart. But now, let's go. What I'm a bit worried about is that these are already bulking out, so I can't really hide the connections to the rhinestone. Maybe I will, let's pretend that these are bulking out on purpose. So I return now to the inside hole of a rhinestone. I will add 4 pieces of round 11s in between the inside holes. I hope they fit. And Eve says, I was able to get them together using the Jaisalmer earring technique. And Eve, that's so funny. It's an earring that I designed some 2 years ago, and I don't remember what was the earring technique. That what can you mean? I loved that pair. I loved all the jewels that could be made from those. Okay, size 11s don't work here. They are too big. Eve says use size 15s and go around and hook the claw. Okay, let's try hooking. Oh, okay, Susie's Auriga was like that also, hooking around the prongs. Linda also has the suggestion to join the prongs like Susie did. So let's do that. Yeah, it will work. It will work. I'm hooking the thread all around. But okay, I will actually go back and I will try to add size 15s in between the prongs. So I pick up a size 15 and then I pull my thread under the prong, and there is always like a nice snap when it really gets in place. I like that. And this might work. Already this brainstorming together works so well. And Joyce is suggesting a tiny crystal on top. Indeed, that's what I would love to do. So I pulled now together the Chaton Montes. I will repeat the thread path. This is also a bit tricky because if I don't pull well, then the thread can get out from under the prong, but I hope that one more circle will solve that and that I can keep it tight. Kristen is thinking about a pearl on top. I think that would be too big. There is not enough space for that. It's tinier. Okay, this feels a lot more secure now. Everything is tighter. So now I will pick up one of those tiny crystals. By the way, ladies, like starting out like this and then enlarging the motif instead of using this only as a connector but making it big, that would look awesome, I think, and I hope that some of you will have time to play with this. Angelina also says a pearl, but that would not fit, unfortunately, or like for my taste, the hole sits too high from the round 15s. It does not sink in. So I will go with the rhinestone. I have it on my thread, and first I bead through the R15 on the opposite side. I bead back through the same hole. I bead through the original R15 I was exiting before picking up the tiny rhinestone. Then I again go under the prong. I bead through the R15 that is not yet attached to the rhinestone. I bead through the rhinestone's open hole. I cross the R15 opposite of the one I was exiting just now. I bead back and then crossing the R15 again. Ooh, I like how this looks like. Okay, we made it, ladies. I really, really appreciate your advice on this because this looks awesome. I actually love this part so much. And then I finish this again by snapping under the prong, crossing the rhinestone. I have to come out on the back because it is a bit tight. Then I bead through the outside hole. And what do you think? Let's connect these sequences of R15 pearl R15 somehow. Except this one here, because there we will attach another oval cabochon. So, okay, I will actually try to frame the pearls. So I pick up a certain number. I don't know yet how many R15s. 4, 5, 6 maybe? No, more. 7, 8. And then I skip the pearl and I bead through the R15 on the other side. And okay, that seems to work. And how do you like the framing of the pearl? Is it too much or does it work well? I will use a different color here. So I pick up 3, 4 round 15s in the dark bronze that was also in the box. What do you think about this, ladies? Krista says it's gorgeous. Then I hope that the rest of you also like it. If you don't, then in your variation you can just skip adding these beads here, because they will probably don't be connected to something else. But also I'm not 100% sure about anything what will be going on with this, since it's not yet finished. Linda has a good idea, framing the oval with seed beads. First, I'm at this place where the icons are connected. So I will bead through the round 15 that is next to the icons, and I will pick up only 6 pieces of round 15s this time and go through the round 15 on the other side. Let's see how does this work. It does not work. You can also see how does it look like when it does not work as I wish it to be. Sometimes there are designs which come together super easy and everything just clicks, and I have the idea since the beginning, or as I'm adding beats, it's just easily coming together. But there are also designs when I have to try, I feel it that at the end it's going to work out, so I keep pushing. But sometimes I had to add beads and then frog and cut apart the design, sometimes dozens of times, so it's not always that easy. Now I'm going back through the Preciosa, and this became a little bit loose actually despite the knot. So to fix that, I will cross only through the oval, also back, and I will try to tighten it. Angelina says the ideas are useful for the future. I'm glad. Rachel says she would finish another Monte component on the other side and finish the bracelet with pearls. Actually, that could also work, that we don't need a whole big sequence. Also, like, I'm really attracted to that possibility, but it's also possible to just add another Monte component here and then switch to pearls. And then also, in case that you have less material, you can still be the beautiful bracelet. Here. Let's. What was I going to do? I lost my own train of thoughts. So, okay, I will go through the icon round 15 and round 15. I'm going through the rhinestone, through the round 15 and the icon on the other side. And yes, I wanted to frame the oval as Linda suggested. It's still loose a little bit, so I will make another repeat of the thread pass through the oval, and this time also through the bicon and round 15. My thread is godlike. round 15, rhinestone, and then round 15 and bicone, and now I will frame the oval. Linda suggested size 11s. Let's try that. Angelina says I would do 3 blue zircon and 4 multicolor components, then sew them onto a ribbon with a clasp. That's a good idea. Or Joyce would attach it to a filigree. Molly says, how many size 11s would it take to frame it without the claw setting? Dear Molly, I don't know this from the top of my head, but I have an ebook called How to cover the back of all your peyote bezels, and that shows you the bezeling of many different types of cabochons, shapes and sizes, and also how to cover them fully with beads from the back. And this shape is also included. I will start here with an R15 because the space is tight. Then I switch to R11s. I picked up 10. Let's see if it works. Okay, I was super lucky. It works. And I actually like the frame. However, I think I would like to add another row, connect them to each other, and then attach them to the prongs somehow so they don't slide down on the side of the claw. That is something that is happening if you don't make this kind of framings higher, that they can slide down on the sides of the claw. So somehow you need to figure out how to prevent that from happening. Cindy thinks, by the way, that it's 40 delicas. That rings a bell, actually, so it might be correct. I usually know the round ones, but for ovals I don't do it that often. So here I also picked up my round 15 and 10 round 11s and one more round 15, and then I bead into the Preciosa bicone and the round 15. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And let's go back to that first part of the frame around the oval. Space is becoming tight, so careful if you are doing this with me. And I will quickly add, to make it faster, I will add beads by 2 instead of 1 by 1. When I'm doing these types of bezels, that I'm adding seed beads with square stitch to build up the height. Then I like to add them 1 by 1, but now I would like to do it a little bit faster, so I'm adding them 2 by 2. And they should stay there when I repeat the thread path and I connect these new pairs of beads to each other with one more one more row of thread. So it should be okay, hopefully. So that was pretty fast, I would say. I will do that on the other side too. Again, I'm beading through the rhinestone. Then round 15 bicon, round 15. I bead through 2 round 11s. I have altogether 10 round 11s. So I need to add 5 pairs of beads. Rachel says it also looks good when there are 2 rows, especially for larger components. I agree, because the cloth settings are higher, so there is a bigger piece of metal that we might like to hide. And Angelina also says that the 2 rows make a huge difference structurally and visually. Totally. So, Linda, thank you for that idea. That was great. Also, I like that this part will look chunkier because of the round 11s. I usually do this with this kind of bezeling or covering the claw setting with Miyuki Delicas, and they are more like elegant looking and fragile looking, but these round 11s are chunkier, and yeah, it's a different look. Let's not get afraid of different looks. Let's experiment. So here after the bicon, I have 2 choices actually. And I know, okay, I know what I will do. So I bead after the round 15, I also bead through the first 2 round 11s from the bottom row, but then right away I bead back through the 2 round 15s attached to them, and I will connect this part somehow. So I pick up, and shall I add there one more bicon? Not a 4mm one, that doesn't fit. Maybe just leave it clean. Let's see how many round 11s do I need here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough yet. 8, 9, 10. That might work. Let's see. And then I'm beading into the second row on the other side. And then I will also be able to hook the thread around the claw setting. So that will be neat, I think. So how do you like this, ladies? And are you beading with me? Or are you just watching this time? Terry is indeed suggesting also using the prongs, and Angelina is suggesting the fuchsia 3mm bicons. I think I would like to go only with the round 11s for this part, but please do try it. How does it look like with the bicons or something else? I like it that it is different. That makes this piece separate visually. So I will once just repeat the thread path, and then during my third repetition I will hook around the prongs. Rachel is not beading today because of shoulder pain. Dear Rachel, I hope that it will get better soon. A few weeks ago, I also actually freaked out a bit, and I had such a pain in my right hand that I could not lift it, and it really hurt. It hurt me even like typing on my keyboard. I could not bead, but then I went to a friend. I visited a friend who is a masseuse. She has her own studio, and it was unbelievable how she fixed my hand. It was actually coming the pain from my back and my shoulder. So on Saturday morning, I was not yet able to lift my hand, and I went to the massage. And on Monday, I could bead and work again. So that was wonderful. And I'm hooking now the prong around the prong, and I will do this all around. And I love the look of this bezel. And Ginny is baking while she's watching and listening. What kind of cookies are you baking, Ginny? And Faith here, and she also likes the seed beads. Hi, Faith. How was the cruise? Are you back at home or still cruising now? Angelina says like she likes the bronze beads. She was thinking about gold ones. I would also like to see the difference. Like sometimes we think that something does not work or does work, but we know for sure only when we see it beaded. So there is one last prong that I need to attach to the bezel. And wow, ladies, like this was so unexpected. We actually created a bracelet design today together. Like I'm always like hoping like at least a little earring or at least a little pendant will work out. But today we created a bracelet, and that's amazing. And I have never done this kind of seed bead framing, round seed bead framing around the oval. So I'm so happy that together we discovered this way. And I would suggest continuing alternating these two motifs, however, without the seed bead framing around the pearls, because that made it curl up. That does not work well. But without that, it would be super nice, I think. And then connecting the bezel to the fuchsia rhinestone in some way, but this does not work, these 8 seed beads. Beware! I'm also super happy about the middle part here. That was also a nice new try. And Faye says the cruise was wonderful, lots of beading time. I'm happy for you. And Angelina says, I couldn't be happier with how this live session turned out. And I'm also super happy, ladies. We did so well together. I hope you like the result. And thank you so much for all the advice and your patience while I was I was trying to figure out what is happening here. And I really hope that I will see many, many, many of your bead mats posted in the beading school club, how you are playing with these ideas, how you are using them further in your designs. These are snippets of beading knowledge that you can keep there, and it will come back and it will give you more and more ideas. So when you encounter something new or something that for you is new, then it will pop out, like absorbing all this knowledge, even when you don't beat it right away, but absorbing all these tips and tricks and reading each other's ideas and comments and feedbacks, that all goes in there, and your BD repertoire is just widening. So when it comes to actually working on your own, it will somehow unconsciously come back. So these are super valuable, these sessions together. And thank you so much for helping me out. And see you all on Friday with this year's last live No One Has to Be Alone session. We are going to beat together Veronka's design, the Cinderella, and there will be two more No One Has to Be Alone sessions after that from the Wintertail box. Those will come from Ruxandra. I already saw the first one and it's beautiful, and it uses one of the teardrops. Those will be offline No One Has to Be Alone sessions, meaning that we will post the PDF for you to keep your bead mat occupied and full of ideas, but we will not meet during a live video. You will be able, I love seeing that when you post your work in progress pieces and connect to each other in the club. So please do that if we don't meet during a video. But still on Friday, Veronka's Cinderella is coming. Then on Saturday, it's storytelling time, so Chenge is coming with a collection of winter tale inspired stories and tales. And this time, to celebrate the holiday season together, we would like to invite every member of the Beading School Club, not only our Fuchsia and Turquoise Beading School Academy members, but everyone from the Beading School Club to join this special occasion to get into the festive mood together. Christmas is coming, Hanukkah is happening, or just time to slow down and take care of ourselves and be with our loved ones. It does not matter what do you celebrate. It does not matter what is your festive food. But it's beautiful when we learn about each other's traditions and come together to enjoy that special time. And next week, there is still a coffee time with Erika to say goodbye to this year. And of course, the Advent calendar is still happening until the 24th of December. And I would like to thank you everyone for participating in that and for enthusiasm and very much appreciated sparkly bead orders. And there are still lots and lots of interesting things coming for you. So see you on Friday, and thank you for the ideas today. Take care, ladies. Bye bye.